I am here with a mom of one of my clients, and I've asked her to just share her experience with having her daughter. She has an eighth grade teenage girl, and just share with us what was life like with her daughter before RTT, what was going on. So just share with us what was going on with your daughter.
13.
13.
Yeah, and of course, that my experience with her is quite different than my older daughter. Presented much differently, and it was to the point with her self-esteem. She really wasn't participating in life outside of school. Meaning, if somebody had invited her to a party, or if they said, "Hey, let's go hang out at the beach," or whatever it is, it was always a no, or what are they going to say? How am I going to feel? It was always this underlying idea that they really are inviting her just to be nice. Not that they really cared about her. She had this idea that nobody really cared about her or wanted to be her friend. It was just that they were trying to be nice and, who would really want to be. So it was just this whole theme with the friends that carried on over to school too. So whether it was a test, whether it was, um, trying out, she loves volleyball. She tried out for volleyball over the summer. She was great. Volleyball came and she said, nah, I didn't really feel like I wanted to do that. So in all aspects of her life, and then she sings, so it then came into there's something I really want to do, and she wanted to audition for Dreyfus, and she really wanted to be a part of it. But what was holding her back was her confidence, and of course her ability to get past the fear of I'm not that good, people are just going to say I'm good, but they're just trying to be nice. So it's that whole thing. So fast forward, we found you. She had a trauma early on that caused her to feel unsafe. And no matter what, no matter what house, what neighborhood, what security system, it was this underlying thing of not being safe. I don't feel safe. I don't, no matter what somebody tells her, she doesn't feel safe. So if you don't feel safe, there's nowhere you go from there. So it was this safety issue, but that's existing. That's not living at all. That's just existing. And I wanted more for her, or my whole family wanted more for her. But as a parent, you kind of get to the point of, maybe this is just a phase, or maybe this is what it's going to be, because you feel lost. You don't know what else to do. You can't help your own kid. I can help other people, but I can't help my own kid, which is kind of a helpless feeling. I've been a nurse for 20 years. I've had her at therapists before. She typically just tells them what they want to hear, and she leaves and she says, I never want to go back. In the weekends, it was like, oh no, I don't want to go outside. So I was like, okay, maybe we should go see a therapist and psychiatrist. Maybe it's this. I mean, I went through all of it, and nobody could get through to her. So fast forward to when we did the RTT. After the first session, actually came in the car and she goes, you know what? That lady knows what she's talking about. And I was like, oh, okay, we're getting somewhere. This is good. So you said to me, okay, we worked through some things. She said she felt safe. She felt that what you were saying was very clear to her. It made sense to her. And I'm telling you, it was from that day on, things changed. The next day, she's like, I feel pretty good. I am. Like, I think my friends really do like me. And I thought, oh, she's just telling me what she wants me to hear. But she really believed it. And then it was like, I remember the first time somebody invited her over, and she's like, I have the best friends. Like, I'm going to go hang out with them after school. Is that okay? And I was like, oh, yes. So I saw things change immediately. This wasn't like, oh, in 22 sessions, we saw some results. I'm telling you, immediate. It hasn't gone back. I mean, at all. Her confidence and like, she's no longer like locking herself in the house with safe. I mean, like, the safety thing has really changed, which I didn't expect at all. I really thought that would take a very long time, but the safety, like, she would never, as a 13-year-old, stay home by herself ever, never. So imagine that. But yeah, she stays home by herself. Like, you all go do it. I'm gonna play my music. I'm gonna take a shower while you're gone. So that's huge.
Yeah.
Can't I really can't say enough about um the quick results. That is what I was surprised about. Very quick. You know, therapy takes some time, but this was quick.
Yeah.
Say that for the amount of time she spends on her homework has drastically reduced, and I say that in a good way. It gets done. She's a straight A student, and before it was just so many hours redoing and the self-loathing, and this isn't good enough and it should be better. Like, that has calmed down a lot, and that just took up so much of her time. But now she realizes, like, what she's doing is enough. She turns it in, she sees the results, and that's for validation, because she really didn't have validation from herself, but she's validating herself, but she's also getting validation from her teachers, and she's getting validation from us at home. I have her, I picked this up years ago with her anxiety and some of these fears. And I met with her teachers not too long ago. And I had her some accommodations at school for, like, literally just for anxiety, just for extended time on state testing, because it was just the amount of stress she would put on herself was unbelievable. So I asked them, I met with them, and they said, Carly is doing amazing. And they're like, she's much calmer. Like, she's not like double checking, like, obsessively. But the amount of she's still getting extended time. She probably doesn't even need it at this point, but I still have it as a buffer. But they're like, she really is, like, she's like a new kid. I mean, for our family, it was a game changer. That's what I call it. Really a game changer. Without medication, this is without intensive therapy, because I'm not against medication. I mean, there's times for it, but I feel like numbing her out wasn't an option right now. The skills she's going to take into life, this is beyond high school and even college, but this is a tool she's going to have for life. And I always think, like, how many people would benefit, if they could have that intervention for all of us, even as adults, to have this intervention early on in life. Like, can you imagine our own thoughts and where we would be and not have to have all that going on? Her future is anything she wants it now. There's nothing in the way, there's no barriers. She can do whatever she wants, but the fact that she knows it is the best part. I've always known it, but now she realizes it. So I'm so blessed that you came into our life. You changed her life and our lives. So for that, I am just grateful.